All right, he made another video of me. Let me see what's going on. Red Reaper. 15 minutes, 40 seconds, eh?
So let me get this straight, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
You believe you had me dancing for 13 and a half minutes?
Well, now I got you dancing for 15 minutes, 40 seconds.
I have no idea. But I'm starting to believe that you came up with the phrase, oh, I had him or her dance for me because you wanted to make yourself feel better. I think that's it.
What?
Or maybe because you were pissed off at the world for some reason.
What?
Or maybe it's code for something. Or maybe because you...
Pissed off at who?
Boredom, I don't know. But I'm guessing it's more along the lines of you trying to make yourself feel better.
Okay. What the hell's he talking
How's
about?
that biblical enough for you? But
I don't know where he's getting at.
I had a Red Reaper dance for me for 25 some minutes before. The time where you wrongfully judged someone.
Who?
And you said that she's going to burn in hell. You said that about a minor.
What?
And then I rightfully judged you.
Oh, stop. Oh, okay, stop.
You wrongfully judged that person.
Stop for a second. Stop. What the hell was that just came up on my screen? Oh, a 9-year-old that got punched. It was a news story. Okay, Jojo Siwa came out as gay, and I basically said that if she doesn't repent, she's going to burn in hell. Homosexuality is a sin. Just like when I said the thing about Rylan Adams and Shane Dawson getting married, they're taking a biblical marriage and they're doing their own thing with it. That's an abomination towards God. Homosexuality is an abomination towards God. It is. They are sinners, and I'm a sinner too, so you could say I was judging. I think he forgot the part of the Bible where it says to judge. Judge not, and judge shall judge. Judge not she, and you will not be judged. But if you want to get technical, Jojo Siwa, yeah, very famous YouTuber. She came out as gay. I made a video about it. And this guy, I don't know, he has a problem with me. I don't know what his deal is. I got Michigan Antifa.
But that's neither here or there. But
I got Michigan Antifa dancing pretty hard right now. All I do is show up to a protest and do video. And they go berserk. I show up to a protest or rally doing videos. And Antifa, Michigan Antifa, just goes berserk when they see me. It's fucking insane. It's like they don't want me around, you know? I don't know what the problem is, but...
As far as Spencer Carter goes...
Spencer Carter, yes. He's got problems. He's liberal, but he's got problems.
If you actually bothered to watch his videos and my videos...
I do.
You understand what's going on.
I understand what's going on. Spencer Carter, he got so butthurt from trolls, he deleted his whole YouTube channel of 10 years, then restarted another YouTube channel after he said he was never going to come back to YouTube.
Spencer Carter, he said, oh, well, I just hate it when history repeats itself, and he wants Donald Trump to be charged.
For what?
During the whole second impeachment, he said, oh, I just hate it when history repeats itself. And I simply said, you know, Spencer Carter, the reason why he was acquitted, because there was no evidence against Donald Trump.
Exactly. Donald Trump did not do the insurrection. Okay? That was not his working. That was a bunch of fucking pissed off patriots that had enough. And they tried to stop a fraudulent election. If that's not patriotism, I don't know what is.
That's that simple. And didn't you actually praise Spencer Carter, what, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, for going after big tech? You see...
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did praise Spencer Carter for going after big tech. Even though he's kind of a liberal. I stand up for what's right. My enemy's enemy is my friend. You ever heard that saying?
Spencer Carter, he's an idiot.
Yeah, true.
He's a dumbass.
Yep.
Really.
He's mildly retarded, and I think Spencer Carter uses that mild retardation as an excuse. That's why he gets trolled so much. Well, I'm mildly retarded. You're picking on a retarded kid. Dude, he uses that. You know, he's not stupid. He's smart.
Because he doesn't know in order to
He
change YouTube, he doesn't know he has to change YouTube from within. Get employed with YouTube and then enact change from within.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love for YouTube to bring back its broadcast.
We need to elect constitutional patriots and then change the government from within. You get what he's saying? Yeah, I agree.
Kind of thing. Hell, I would like MySpace to go back to what it used to be, back to its former glory. Bring back the old Facebook. Bring back the old MySpace, YouTube. But those days are long gone.
Yeah. They might come back. I don't know.
And not to mention, when
history
Spencer
repeats
Carter goes
itself.
around, makes fun of people, calls people names, and then he acts all surprised.
Take a look at my last video.
Feelings. He goes from a wannabe
About the J6 Commission. That's pretty much history repeating itself.
I have feelings. I'm not a retard. I'm not an idiot. Well, Spencer Carter is an idiot. He's a fucking retard. He uses his autism as an excuse to get away with the consequences.
Yep.
But
I called that out.
Actually acknowledge the fact, if I go around, make fun of people, call people names, those people have every right to call me names.
Yep.
And make fun of me back.
Yep.
In return.
It's called freedom of speech.
That's the way it works. But Rob.
See, I don't get butthurt when somebody calls me names. It is what it is. I go to a lot of rallies and protests, and I've seen Antifa on Twitter call me a bunch of names. I don't even care, you know. I'm not going to pay much attention to it. It's whatever. Michigan Tea and AFA Vigilant and all these other fucking names in Twitter. You got Michigan PDL and Michigan Solidarity Movement and DWB, and they all said shit about me. And it doesn't really bother me that much. We the Free People and Rise Up Michigan and all these groups.
Uploaded 2 response videos.
BLM Lansing.
One of the videos is over 22 minutes long.
Okay.
The last one is 29 minutes and 50 seconds.
Okay.
If anything, I had you dancing. And those part of the videos...
You don't understand how this works, dude. I watch what you say and I comment on your video as I go through it. This is my first time watching this video. Okay. So this is more of a response video than a dancing video. You keep dancing.
You actually agree with my points. You actually said, you know, he has a point, he's right. Got to be honest, he has a point and all that. You're not a bad guy, Red Reaper. In other parts, you actually said, let's see, we got to get out there and put boots on the ground, go to these pro-2A rallies and all that kind of stuff. And
that's exactly what I said.
Sue the politicians and the cops for violating people's rights, blah, 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 blah. You see, Rob, this is what I'm trying to say. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. I don't have to have a college degree to understand that.
No shit.
It's that simple. What do? You go to these pro-2A rallies, you expect the different results each time.
Dude, do you understand how this works? I go to these pro-2A rallies to put the word out, to meet people, to congregate with people, find out things. People pass out flyers. I find out groups to get involved with. I meet people. I meet people I never met before every time I go to a rally and protest. That's why we have rallies and protests. So you can meet people you never met before, congregate, get involved, get into groups, elect the good politicians, find out who these politicians are that speak at these rallies, find out who they are, and get them into office to change things. It's very important work we do. Do you understand that?
That makes no sense.
How? I just explained it.
Line in the sand and the dirt somewhere. And when they
so I'm going to sit home on my fat ass and do nothing? Hey, I faced off against Antifa, for Christ's sakes, 2 weeks ago.
Cross that line, violate your rights, you redraw another line. You see,
no, I don't. The line's been way overcrossed. We need to back it up.
The U.S. government doesn't understand words. They understand force.
No shit.
You see, people like you and I have to make the U.S. government fear us. But in order to do that, we have to use force.
That's what they did on J6. Now the FBI is forcing back on the Patriots.
A government who fears the citizens
Uh-huh.
is better off, right there.
Exactly.
I mean, why do you think they're going after everybody's rights? Not just the people's natural rights to keep and bear arms.
Freedom of
Religious
speech.
rights, other rights.
What do you say?
You know, it's the people's natural rights to keep and bear arms. Religious rights,
Yep.
other rights.
Separation of church and state. Try using a pandemic to shut down churches.
For a guy who was criticizing the NRA, you wore an NRA hat, which further proves my point that you're a contradicting, two-faced hypocrite.
Oh my God, dude, are you serious? Yeah, I got an NRA hat. Okay, I dropped the NRA in 2018. It's an old hat. Okay, it's a fucking hat. For Christ's sakes.
But you asked me, where did you send your money to these gun rights organizations? I'll tell you, the Gun Owners of America.
Yep.
And the Virginia Citizens Defense League.
Okay, he's from.
I called the representatives up and I asked them this question.
I sent money to Open Carry Michigan and or Michigan Open Carry, and the Coalition for Responsible Gun Owners in Michigan. Those are two gun groups I'm part of right now.
What is y'all's thoughts and views on constitutional carry, permitless carry? You know what they said to me, Rob? They said, "Oh, we don't like permitless carry. We don't like constitutional carry."
The NRA said that?
You give me my money back, and they did.
That's a GOA?
Just like the NRA, Virginia Citizens Defense League and Gun Owners of America has FUDs. I have zero tolerance for FUDs. No tolerance for, no sympathy, no remorse for FUDs.
I don't support any gun law, period. I don't care what it is.
I asked you the question, what are you going to do when the biggest gun confiscation raids in the history of the U.S. begins? You said you're going to fight back. But you said, but they're not going door to door with these gun confiscations. Rob, they are. Not to mention.
They did it in Katrina, but they're going to create a disaster first. They're not going to do door to door like they did at Ruby Ridge. They're going to create a disaster and then do door to door. Slowly by slowly, they're picking us off. That's what the red flag laws is all about.
The libertarian, Republican, and Democratic politicians, they're using the cops to close down churches all over the nation. But they're doing these gun
My church never shut down. Let's get that straight.
Confiscation, door-to-door gun confiscations in California, Hawaii, Washington, Oregon, Illinois, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. You know the funny thing about Connecticut is the official nickname for Connecticut is the constitutional state.
Yep, I noticed that.
The people in power there,
but they violate it daily.
No respect for people's rights. They're doing it in Massachusetts and Rhode Island.
Yep.
Maryland. I'm surprised you didn't know what happened to Gary Willis. The cops murdered Gary Willis.
Yep. You're right.
In cold blood.
Duncan Lepp.
November 2018. Just like the cops in Montgomery County Police Department murdered Duncan Lepp.
Yep.
In March 2020 in cold blood.
Yep. You're absolutely correct.
There's no body cam footage released.
They're using the red flag laws to go after our gun rights. They're doing it with all these gun laws. They're doing it in California. They've been doing it in California for years.
Well, it seems to me the Montgomery County Police Department's guilty.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we do need to defund the police. Maybe we do need to forget that fucking blue line.
I mean, we are a republic nation, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, what happens police encounters, it becomes my business. It becomes your business. It
Yep.
becomes everybody's business.
Yep.
Republic means it's a public matter. A republic nation means it's a public matter.
This is not a democracy.
Even if that means what I have every right to know what the Navy SEALs are doing overseas.
It's our taxpayers.
And
It's
I
our
don't want to hear anybody
tax
in
money.
the special operations community say, "Oh, well, that's not true, Red. Fuck you. It is my goddamn business."
It's my tax money.
If you're going to call yourself a patriot, you need to sit right beside me. Get on the same page as me.
Mm-hmm.
But Rob, they're also doing these gun confiscation, door-to-door gun confiscations here in my home state, Virginia. But you ask me, what am I going to do? I tell you exactly what I'm going to do. And fuck reasonable force. When I fight, I'm brutal. I throw cheap shots. Hell, I don't care if the person I fight is in a coma for 6 years. And I'll still sleep like a baby. If anybody goes through that door, unannounced, unwelcome, in my home, threatens to do bodily harm against me, threatens to shoot my dogs for no reason, threatens my life for no reason, I'm going to shoot those people. Dead or alive, I'll make sure they become my bitches. They won't be God's bitches. They won't be Satan's bitches. They won't be Thor's or Odin's bitches. And they certainly won't be Allah's bitches. I'll make sure they become my bitches. Dead or alive.
Okay.
You said that you backed the blue. Well, guess what, Rob? I hate to burst your bubble. The cops' morals may be as pure as the driven snow. But at the end of the day, the cops are going to do whatever they're told to do. When they're ordered to do
They want that paycheck. Maybe all cops are bastards. ACAB, right?
something, they're going to do it. Under the pretense of, I'm just doing my job.
I'm doing my job. Even though I took an oath to the Constitution. Yep.
And then you got guys like Mike O'Meara from NYPD, a fraternal order of police, bunch of fucking Freemasons, saying, stop treating this like animals and dogs and start treating this with some respect. Respect is a two-way street, Bob.
You ain't lying.
But Rob, like I said, the cops' morals may be as pure as the driven snow, but at the end of the day, they're going to do as they're told to do. Get paid. Because they put money before the Constitution. Just like these Republican, libertarian, and Democratic politicians. They put money.
Michigan's got some bad libertarians.
Or about to earn before the Constitution. Just like the freaking military. I don't trust anybody. I have this policy, DTA, Rob, which stands for Don't Trust Anyone. You ask me, why don't I go to these Pro-2A rallies? So I'll tell you exactly why. Because, there's federal agents, there's reports of federal agents, local police officers, and whoever else is infiltrating these militias and Pro-2A rallies.
Yep.
Not too long ago, I found out that Mike Dunn, a.k.a. Boogaloo Boy, is another fake. He threw another patriot underneath the bus, loaded that patriot's firearms in someone's truck bed, took the truck that's loaded with firearms and turned those firearms in to the feds, thus throwing that patriot underneath the bus. I have this thing called trust issues, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that you have video of other people and you filming yourself yelling at the cops. Rob, it seems to me that you have something to prove to everybody.
What? Yeah, I yelled at the cops on
I
video.
plenty of cops in my day. The last cop I chewed out was a couple months ago.
The last cop I chewed out, I don't know, Operation Haircut? Lansing? It's been a while.
For violating a woman's rights. only difference is I don't go around filming myself doing so. Who knows? Maybe you've yelled at more cops than I have, but I have yelled at the cops, chewed their asses out.
I have too.
I had one cop come up to me and say after I chewed his ass out, he said, "You know what? You chewed my ass out so bad I contemplated suicide." I said, "Well, you expect me to feel sorry for you? You're the one going out there abusing your power. You're violating people's rights.
Yep, he's right.
And you have the gall to call yourself a conservative? You ain't nothing."
I ain't nothing.
That's
Okay.
what I said to the cop. He goes, "Well, I'm sorry." I said, "You know what? Being sorry ain't going to cut it anymore." As far as you supporting the cops, tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
Have these good cops stopped the bad cops?
No, you're right.
I seriously doubt it.
He does make a good point.
It's like I said, Rob. The liberals, they're going to continue to go on their crusades on their anti-gun and racial equality crusades, and they want the politicians that they support, the Democratic politicians, even the Renos, whatever, to enact these bullshit gun control laws. They won't stop until these gun control laws are implemented. You know that for a fact.
He ain't lying.